All right, welcome back, traders. The streams are now an hour earlier. We had daylight savings this weekend here, and so, well, the Bitcoin candle close is an hour earlier. Not the best looking weekly close we're looking at right now here on the weekly chart. Big rejection candle here on the weekly time frame. I mean, we're still okay in terms of momentum here. We can see that momentum is still building on the weekly time frame. Our RSI is still sitting, 58, still bullish on the weekly time frame here. Yeah, the price action not the best, gotta say. Would have liked to see a close above 71.4K this week, but is what it is. The daily is starting to put in a little bit of a wick, so that's a bit promising. I would say that looks okay. I don't like the fact that we are crossing down here on the daily time frame. We might still get a tag of 66K. That is definitely still in the cards. What's going on, everybody? I know I'm starting to stream it like a bit earlier here this evening because of the daylight savings. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. Yeah, like I said, we did a little bit of a buyback here into the close, so that's good. The 2-week candle, yeah, a bit of a Darth Maul looking candle. Would have liked to see a close above 70K, 71K even. And yeah, we're still putting in some negative momentum here on the 2-week chart. So this is still kind of a bit of a concern for me.
Take them off so I'm barefoot and you'll never guess what he leans.
I guess the channel that I'm listening to is on a commercial break, so we're going to pause that.
Takes off his shoes and socks, and now we're both.
You're joking.
Amazing, right?
Anyways, so yeah, we're looking to see
Who gets you on eHarmony.
in the 2-week. The stochastic RSI looks still okay to me. We're going to confirm either a rejection or a buy signal here in the next 2 minutes. Here, we're going to get this print, but we can see that we're really close to. Potentially a bearish cross, but we're not doing that just yet. We're still sitting bullish on the 2-week time frame. The monthly closed was good. We got a good monthly last close, which is a bullish engulfing candle. No breakout on the monthly though, right? We would have liked to see a close above 71.3. So we'll see how this ends up playing out. It's tough to be really bearish up here per se, but we are starting to put in a bit of bearish divergence here on the monthly time frame. That could be negated if we get a breakthrough candle, right? We could see momentum come in here and really push. We'd like to really see that. That's kind of what we're looking for this last phase of this market cycle. If not, then that's going to be tough. I think we're going to be okay. We might just go sideways here for the next couple weeks here going into the election, and it's just kind of what it looks like. Daily is getting a reset. All right, our daily stochastics are still pointing down. Our 12-hour got a reset. We still have not a 12-hour signal just yet. 8 hours giving us the buy signal. All right, so it looks like a bit more of maybe sideways or consolidation here in the coming days. We did try to get a buyback here, I said before, today, going into this close. So I'm still leaning towards the bullish side of things based on what I'm seeing on this chart. Again, we want to really see these closures above all-time highs and sit up there, not just like touch it and get rejected. We want to see a breakthrough and then a consolidation on top of this range, so that we could really know that this repricing of Bitcoin is actually real and not just a fake out, right? That's what we're looking for right now for continuation in this market. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend going? Definitely a nice shakeout. That's what it looks like, is what just occurred. Yeah, this long wick up here, not something I like to see. Long wicks are usually no good. But we're still holding on to our bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. Like I said, our 2-week, we just closed our 2-week, and it looks like we just confirmed the 2-week buy signal, right? That we did just cross above the 20 line on the 2-week time frame. So that's been confirmed. We just confirmed it. Our 3-week is about to confirm. We'll have that confirmation the end of this week. Well, let's see what kind of price action we get this week, guys. I'm still in the camp of we're going to break the all-time highs here. Tether, man, I mean, this candle here looked to me like we were going to see some real good continuation down, and we didn't get that, man. They actually just tried to pin this thing right back into the range, or back into the range here on the weekly time frame. I'd really like to see this break down here. That's what we really want to see on Tether. Weekly back in the buy zone. No confirmation of a cross up or anything, but it's back in the zone. The 2-week actually confirming a sell signal on the 2-week. So we have some conflicting data here. The only thing that I will say is that the 2-week RSI is not overbought. It's actually neutral. Okay, so this can go really either direction here. I wouldn't be like super bearish on this, because this just bounced off neutral and we got a big pullback in the market. So that is kind of concerning, to say the least, and to not, to really be fair about it. That bounce here off the bottom Bollinger on the 2-week time frame is real, man. That's real. It's a real bounce we just got. Okay. And I think we had some daily bullish divergence. No break of trend just yet. We did confirm that this broke this trend here, and we could get a sell-off, and I'd like to see some continuation downwards here. That's what we're really looking to see here. If not, we've just reclaimed this range, and it's it's still outside the channel for now, my man, but we just definitely got a reset on Tether, and that daily bullish divergence is playing out, right? You can see the low and the same low on the RSI. We got a nice push back up into that range, and we got a daily bullish cross on Tether. It's looking like we're going to see some chops as slash downside action here in the market next coming days. The 2-day just gave a buy signal roughly. There's definitely some 2-day bull div here on the MACD oscillator that I'd be concerned about. Oof. Yeah, this is not an easy market to trade right now, that's for sure. Monthly neutral on the RSI. It just looks like a rising wedge breakdown and a bear flag, but no follow through on the flag to the downside. So, I mean, not yet anyway. We got a couple news events this week that could really drive the momentum in this market. We have the election and we have the Fed meeting this week too. So that could really be the catalyst to drive the action. The dollar index also is looking kind of strong here on the monthly time frame. Big bullish engulfing candle closed. No break of trend line just yet, but that's quite a statement candle on the monthly chart. The weekly time frame, well, I will say that weekly candle that we just printed is a doji reversal candle. We want to see the dollar get kind of hosed here, man, because that would be nice follow through, and that could really be good for risk assets. This is actually a really good candle potentially for us here in the risk asset, from the risk asset point of view. Okay. So this is a descending triangle. That divergence definitely played out. We got a massive move on the dollar. We did just tag the top Bollinger Band here on the weekly, so it looks like we are going to see some downside on the dollar. Are we going to just go back down to tag 103? That's the question. Are we going to see a lot of follow through on this, or is it just going to make a higher low and pivot and break? So we're about to find out what happens this week. But if I had to guess, if they end up cutting rates, I think that we see this downside on the dollar, and I think that'll translate to the risk assets in the S&P. The S&P, yeah, I mean, coming back down to retest the breakout is not a big deal. There is a lot of bearish divergence on this chart that does kind of scare me a bit. We got like triple RSI bearish divergence on the 2-week time frame. This doesn't look good at all. Remember though, we're in a massive uptrend. Bearish divergence can underperform, but I mean, there's no real way of ignoring what that's doing right there. That doesn't look really good at all. Does it mean we're going to really crash? No, but does it mean that we could see a significant drawdown? Yeah. Especially since we tagged the 1.618 golden mean ratio. We could be looking at a full standard deviation down, right? We could be coming back down to 54.82 region, which would still be a higher low in the uptrend, right? So, but just understand that this is going to present some volatility for the S&P. I am leaning towards downside on the S&P based on what I'm seeing here. I hope that I'm really wrong, but when you see stuff like that, you can't really be too like bullish on the market. It's got on quite a rally, man. It's got on quite a rally. So, seeing a drawdown like that and pulling back to a higher low and then pivoting, rallying again, why not? Let's take a look at gold. Gold also tagging its 1.618 fib extension, major fib extension, and pulling back from the all-time highs here, and probably somewhat of the same. It actually broke out of a massive rising wedge structure. Like, wow, yeah. I would say that, yeah, it's extremely overbought here on the weekly. We tagged an 86 on the RSI. I'm not looking to buy gold up here. I wouldn't say to short gold, but I would say maybe just don't trade it and wait for it to reset and show you signs of a reset. But yeah, obviously still really strong here on the weekly. The monthly also, putting in that monthly bearish divergence here. Sitting at 88 on the monthly RSI, very, very overbought. But your MACD histogram isn't showing any signs of bearish divergence. Higher high on the MACD oscillator. You've never been at these levels before. Nice separation on the monthly. This probably will continue. It'll probably make like a pullback and then just continue, because that monthly MACD is very, very strong. But just watch where you're at, man. You're at the 1.618 gold to mean ratio. A quick drawdown to like 2,500, that wouldn't shock me at all to see that. You know, something like this where you pull back real quick and then just go parabolic. And the reason why I think parabolic is because of that monthly MACD looking pretty strong with no divergence. Right, just ramped up, man, just ramping up. Highest high on the MACD oscillator you've ever seen momentum-wise. That's a statement. It's a statement for gold for sure. All right. Well, I think that about sums it up. Let's look at total. Total bouncing off the median Bollinger area there. MACD wanting to cross back up on the monthly. That's strong. 3-week crossing up, 2-week almost giving a buy signal. Buy signal would be the fast line and the slow line above the 20 region. Not quite giving the signal just yet on total. The weekly gave us that signal, you know, in September sometime, and we obviously saw a nice push up from those range lows. But yeah, you know, tagging the 886 fib extension here and pulling back. I'd still say it looks fine. You know, holding these range lows is pretty critical. It looks to be okay from what I see here. 4-hour got a reset. Total looks okay. Total 3, the altcoin market is probably absolutely destroyed. Again, still holding range lows, just kind of range bound here. We'd like to see a higher high on this to really see the altcoins run, but so far just same highs and coming back down to the range lows here. We did sort of break out of this wedge pattern, but not with conviction. Not with conviction. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we might see some more downside on altcoins here for a bit. The weekly not really looking good at all. It looks like some weekly bearish divergence coming in here on your MACD. Eek. We could see some nasty capitulation events on some of these alts. This looks like here. Bad candle on the weekly time frame. All right, let's look at fear and greed, because that's going to be driving a lot of this too. We're still somehow sitting in greed territory. That I don't really get, but okay. Anything else you guys want me to cover that I haven't covered just yet? What's up, Toe? ETH BTC looks not so good. Wow. If this means anything, I mean, this is probably crazy amount of value here for the ETH Bitcoin ratio. It's never been this oversold on the monthly time frame ever, and it's in its history. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it might get into oversold territory on the monthly time frame, man. I mean, there's nothing stopping this thing from just continuing down. Just had a major breakdown. That really doesn't look good at all for ETH Bitcoin. ETH versus the dollar. What are we sitting at? 24 or something? Still in the structure on the US dollar on the US dollar chart. Nothing to be concerned about until we end up making closures below the demand line, okay? Just sitting down here at the range lows. Definitely not a last 2 good weeks on this chart at all. Like, very clear you're in this range here. And this is bear flag stuff. Could be looking, yeah, I mean, 21, 2200 could be tagged here if you see more continuation down for ETH. This range right here, this 21 to 2200 region. And if we start closing candles outside the trend line, man, we're looking at a major breakdown if that happens. Then we're looking at like maybe like a head and shoulders type of structure. That'd be really ugly, man, if we got that. That would be extremely ugly. That'd be like another 40% drop if that happens. That would take us all the way back down to like $1,400 if that actually occurred. It'd be ugly. All right. ETH fine until we break that trend line and confirm a closure like that. Solana, obviously looking a lot better than Ethereum. Another lower high printing though up here. Still kind of looks okay until you really start taking out these lows again, these 140s and 130s. Obviously not a good last week candle, but monthly chart. Monthly okay. Would have really liked to see the monthly close above 172 or 173. Yeah, I mean, if this ends up breaking on the RSI, I mean, that will catalyze the next major move here for Solana. No break just yet. Three-week looks good. I mean, look at your momentum just fully reset down here. I think sideways action here for a bit until you actually end up breaking. Yeah, maybe just some ranging up here. Looks like. Just looks like a big consolidation on Solana. But yeah, let's see how this ends up playing out. Four-hour looks like it just reset. You got some coiling going on down here in the 4-hour. Probably not a bad short-term place to be buying it. Right? Like this probably pops back up to like 170s. Your daily got a full reset here, basically. So not looking too bad at all. 12-hour giving you a reset, 8-hour. Like the shorter time scales here are actually starting to shift back up. So we're gonna see maybe some more sideways action here for a bit, and then I think we're gonna go up to test that region again. All right, maybe the next day or so, maybe next day or two. Okay. That's what that looks like to me. Looks good. It'll look a lot better than Ethereum. How about that? Any other assets you guys want to look at tonight? Oil. Oil looks bottomed out here. Sitting at a range low. Daily giving you a buy signal. Like, looks like some triple bottom type of stuff down here. Right, one low, second low, third low. You got your resistance here at like 72 to 73.50. If you end up starting to close above those regions, I think you can go to the supply line, which is around 80, 79, 80. And if you end up breaking this downtrend, well, it can get really, really bullish for oil if you end up breaking that downtrend. Okay. So haven't done so yet, but to me, it looks like it's just basing out down here. Okay. Chain link, we can take a look at. Dot looks like shit. KSM looks like shit. Hedgic. Yeah. Fuck, man. These assets look really not so good. Not so good. Monthly on dot. Breaking range low. Yeah. It's in a monthly breakdown on dot. KSM also, I think the same thing. Really doesn't look so hot. No follow through on this, and rejecting the $19, $20 region. Not so good. Tensor probably got a nice pullback. Yeah, I think I called this out, and it did a nice move up, and the whole market just decided to pull back, so everything pulled back. But I would still say it's still in its range. If you look, it's still within in the bounds of its range. I mean, it rejected its range break. I would still say this is fine, though, on the weekly time frame. Probably give you another chance to buy it at the range lows again. Okay. I'm still making higher lows than its lows. So some sideways stuff, you might get one more drawdown to like 31 cents. But yeah, pay attention to that range low. If that range low holds, then I would say it's fine. Keep accumulating it. If it ends up breaking and back testing it as resistance, then you let the trade go because you're probably going to go lower. And I would just use that as your gauge for this asset. You don't have a lot of data on this coin. But that's really it. Hedgic, I don't even know if I could. Hedgic. Oh, I guess I still can chart it. If. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's holding its range low here. It doesn't really look that good. You've kind of just made some lower highs, and do not pass go at 3.3 cents on Hedgic. Yeah, SHIB. We can take a look at SHIB. So the middle of the range is kind of acting as your resistance right now on SHIB coin. A very clear resistance there. And yeah, I mean, you do run the chance of coming back down to test the range lows again. If the market continues to sell off, which your weekly is giving you that kind of that clue that the momentum here on the weekly is kind of topped out. Hasn't confirmed a sell, but when you start doing that stuff, it usually ends up resolving down in the next week or two here. So I'd watch out for that. I'd watch out for a retest of your range low on SHIB. You could maybe reaccumulate this and look for the next wave up on SHIB for no break here, right? What else do we got? We got a lot of most of these covered, right? We covered Link. We didn't cover Link, I don't think. I think Link is going to do whatever Ethereum ends up doing, right? Because Link is an ETH asset. So if ETH breaks down, man, Link's probably going to break down. And I'd be looking at, this range here, this bottom of this range to be tested, this $8-9 region. If we end up breaking down, which it looks like it wants to do that. I mean, we did get a bullish cross here, but we're losing weekly momentum, which can change, by the way. That can change on the dime in this market. All of a sudden, we get bids coming in, and then boom, they're buying the asset right here. Because this is the area where they would come in to buy it, right? At this range low, right along a major trend line. And everything right here is looking bearish AF until something changes, right? Anyways, so I'd be just paying attention to this range low here on $8-9. If we end up taking that out, then we can talk about the next range low. All right, spell token. Yeah. Why didn't you get out on this spike to 30 cents, bro? What the hell was that? I mean, this thing is legit just sitting down at a range low. I don't really see much demand for it, though, down here. People aren't really... I'm just kidding, man. Obviously, this is an aggregate data, so it must have happened quickly somewhere on one of the exchanges. Well, it happened in November of 2023. So basically a year ago. Anyways, I'd say it's probably okay down here. It's just basing and sideways and ranging and doesn't really look like it's doing too much. Looks like this region here, this 00046 area might be regarded as support. You can see that there's been a lot of support along this region here, so might just come back down and retest that again. Looks like it's trying to maybe put in a bottom or something. Anyways, spell token, AMP. Don't even know where all the data is on this one. Again, range bound right here. Doesn't look the best with all these rejections up here. Kind of seems like maybe we could see another retest of the 003. If you lose that, and you really got a lot of downside coming on this, maybe down to like 0.002.
The official time for highly anticipated Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is
depends on how that action goes there.
Watch an accessory collaboration. Shop the design seen in and inspired by the game.
H bar. Again with the H bar is like breaking the range low here. It looks like a head and shoulders pattern. I mean, this doesn't really look the best.
It even arrives with custom packaging and a free gift with your purchase. A movement in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 bottle opener keychain. According to the Wall Street Journal, Movement is on the path to becoming a heritage brand.
Yeah, so H bar losing this level looks like it comes down to like 0.036. And if it takes that out, it looks like it's going to like 3 pennies. That could be pretty ugly to see that, but that could happen. So it looks like we're going to get maybe like an altcoin capitulation event. Looks pretty grim, pretty bad for altcoins right now. PYR, same kind of thing. You break in a range low here. Your next real level to look at is like 1.8. And all the way down to the all-time lows. 118, 120 region. We're going to see more downside. That's where it's going to go. The weekly is telling you maybe more downside coming. We'll see. Like I said, a lot of these assets can change on the dime if something changes fundamentally in the market. But yeah, these coins don't look very good at all right now. So it's just kind of what they were looking like, man. Anything can change. Some assets look better than others. Most of these assets don't look good because Yoshi still exists. Yeah, it does. I think a lot of these like DEX coins are pretty wrecked, man. Here's your Yoshi. No real breakout on it. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim with the altcoins. I think we're all kind of crushed, dude. Like, I'm still holding a bunch of KSM and a bunch of other these assets here. It could be a painful next couple weeks, maybe even into the end of the year. And then maybe a strong 2025 is what I'm thinking. We'll see. There's no guarantees in any of this stuff, right? But yeah, just like some of these assets just don't look good, man. I hear you, bro. Just that candle, man, on the futures chart. That is not a good candle, man. That's going to induce a lot of selling. Nasty candle. It's just sitting around 140. I wouldn't say it's even doing half bad. Looks better than a lot of these other S coins. GFI. Is that a stock or something? Oh, Goldfinch. Yeah, looking like a retest of this range low that just happened. I mean, doesn't look like a bad place to be buying it. Got a nice bounce here. Now it's retesting. I think this looks okay as long as it holds this range low.
Just one look, a final glance, as we turn and walk away. Our hearts are ripped apart. They won't let me choose the one I love. They won't let me choose the love.
Dude, everything is pretty wrecked, man.
Try to run, try to hide, but I'm not the kind.
I don't think any of these coins are going to survive this. This is just, they're just bleeding out this market.
You're the heart of everything I see. You're the meaning of all that I am. How can I walk away from you when you're the one I always turn to?
Dude, everything is wrecked, man. Mostly everything is wrecked. Like, the only thing that's really holding up any ground is Solana. And maybe like Binance Coin. That's it, though. Like, most of these altcoins are absolutely destroyed. Yeah, even Aerodrome looks topped out here on the weekly. Dude, even Dogecoin probably looks shitty right now. Actually, Dogecoin doesn't look that bad. Doge making higher lows. Doge looks okay. I just don't see how any of these really perform if Bitcoin's not going to perform.
I always wonder, why don't I feel what the world out there is like and how I can fit in? Don't expect you to know me or how I lost all my dreams when I can't even find myself.
Tough market right now, guys. It's been tough. It's been a tough market.
Want you to know I'll never forget you. I want you to know I'll never forget you.
See how it plays out, man. If we end up getting some follow-through price action this week to the upside, and they don't reverse the action here, I think we might be okay. This bullish engulfing candle is still active. As long as we get closures above 63K, I think we're okay. That's it. That's the line in the sand here. 63K on that weekly closure. I'm not really too thrilled about that weekly close we just got, though. That's not a good close at all. That looks like a rejection candle, a reversal candle on the weekly time frame. 2-week doji, yeah, not so good. I mean, the 3-week candle is just, we'll know this week, man. This is the week we'll know. All right, stay patient, folks. For now, looking pretty grim out there for altcoins. Looking pretty grim even for Bitcoin right here, I'd say. We really want to see a close above 72, 73K. We want to see follow through on this. This was a hammer candle on the 3-week chart, breaking us out of the structure. No real follow through on it. Anyways, folks, that's all I got tonight. Make sure you guys just I don't know, pay attention to what happens. We got some big catalysts happening this week. We got an election, U.S. election. We got the Fed come in with their rates and what they're going to do with the rates. They're going to leave them unchanged, or we're going to get a rate cut, or we're going to get a rate hike. Probably not a rate hike, but probably a pause or a continued rate cut, maybe. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know how that's going to play out, but momentum on the charts look okay. I mean, even on the weekly, I mean, not the best, dude. Not the best. We need to see some of that positive momentum start coming back in. We didn't get a cross down on the 3-week. Our 2-week still hasn't crossed. Our weekly is looking okay on the momentum, but it could change very quickly where we end up just rounding out and we lose the momentum, and that's it. We can just go back to ranging for a bit. But really, maybe that was it. I don't think so, but we'll see. All right, that's all I got, guys. You guys have a wonderful week. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the weekly candle close here. I'm sorry it's been yeah. Sorry, we've had some kind of meh streams. Hopefully we can see some stuff change here quickly, all right? A sobering forecast. I mean, I'm just still telling you guys what I see on these charts, man. If we don't get follow through on that inverted hammer candle, that's great. We don't want to see follow through on that. That's not going to be pretty if we get that. But if we do, man, fake breakout or confirmed fake breakout and potential topping stuff here on the weekly time frame, right? We got that. I mean, I'm not sitting here calling a top or anything, but man, that's ugly stuff. Hopefully we just range here and we don't see a lot of selling come in here, because we're like neutral to bullish on the weekly. We did get a weekly confirmation cross up. Our MACD histogram looks good. It's tough to be like super bearish, but that candle not so good, man. Not a good candle close. Not a good candle close on the weekly time frame there. And that 2-week candle, not a good candle. All right. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we resolve ourselves here this week with some of the action or the fundamental stuff coming into the market to drive these markets. And hopefully we see something that is beneficial to everybody. All right. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, you've landed on the Swing Trade Pros website here. My name is Mr. Know-It-All. I've been an active swing trader for over 7 years. I want to welcome you guys all to the community here. My goal is to change 1 million people's lives with swing trading and trading profitably. This is a skill set you can learn here with the service. Go check out the testimonials in Discord. You can see lots of folks talking about the service and how the trade calls are super profitable. You can check Profit Gains channel. I think we've amassed around $150,000 worth of profits in the last year posted in the Profit Gains channel just from other users and traders in the community. I'd like all of you guys to check out the 14-day free trial. A coupon code will be pinned in the comment section below this video, so check it out. And we'll take you through 14-day free trial process here. You come down to the website, save 44%, and claim your 14-day free trial. Click on that. And that will take you to the Swing Trade Pros website where you can click sign up now. And after your 14-day free trial is up, on the 15th day, you will get billed, full disclosure of that. And I appreciate you guys all joining the community. It will change your lives. Give it a chance. A lot of these swing trades can take months. One of our biggest trades of the year last year was INJ. We took an entry at $1.60, and well, that asset's trading over $35 today. So that was one of the banger trades that I pointed out. My strongest pattern that I trade that I'm known for is the falling wedge. I call it the falling node wedge pattern. Lots of divergence on these charts, and that's what makes these patterns really play out. And you guys are going to be able to really learn that in the service, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the charts.